Hey, son. Hey, Dad. What is it now? Hey, sorry I can't be there. I was delayed on business. It's only for one night. I'll be home tomorrow. Are you sure you're okay on your own? I could still get a babysitter to come over.
I don't need a babysitter. I'm 10. I can take care of myself.
Are you sure? It could be scary spending the night alone.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, it's past your bedtime. How about I tell you a bedtime story?
Oh, if you must.
Something wrong?
Is this gonna be another stupid, scary story?
What? I thought you liked my stories.
Maybe when I was a little kid, but they're not scary now.
All right. I get it. So now you're 10. And you're a big man. All grown up and nothing can scare you anymore.
Well, your stories are kind of lame. Sorry, Dad, just being honest.
I see.
If you're gonna tell a scary story, you need to make sure it's really scary.
Well, there is one story I could tell you, but I don't know. It might be a bit too scary.
I can handle it.
Okay, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Colby.
The start is like a fairy tale.
Bear with me. This boy named Colby used the internet a lot. He joined a lot of websites. He started talking to other kids online. He made friends with another boy named Stranger Danger 23. They liked the same movies and TV shows. They played games together online. They chatted and laughed at each other's jokes.
And they got married and lived happily ever after at the end.
Not quite. After they had been friends for a few months, Stranger Danger heard that Colby's birthday was coming up. And since they were best friends, Stranger Danger 23 wanted to send him a cool present. He asked Colby for his home address. Colby was hesitant at first, but he thought about it for a while. He's known Stranger Danger 23 for a long time, so he figured it wouldn't hurt to give him his address, as long as he promised not to give it to anyone else. Stranger Danger 23 swore he wouldn't. So Colby gave him the address, and Stranger Danger 23 said he would mail the package right away. Do you think that was a good idea, son?
Probably not.
Well, after a while, neither did Colby. The boy had second thoughts about giving out his address, especially to someone he didn't really know. His parents had always told him not to do that about it. He felt nervous and guilty, and the fear and the guilt grew and grew until they were gnawing away at him. By bedtime the next night, he decided to tell his parents what he had done. They would probably be angry. They might even punish him, but it would be worth it to put his mind at ease. He laid in his bed and he waited for his parents to come upstairs to tuck him in. Colby lay there in the darkness and listened. He listened to all the noises throughout the house. The humming of the refrigerator in the kitchen, the sound of the TV in the living room, the cries of his baby brother in the next room, the soft patter of the rain outside, the scraping of branches against his window.
This story is putting me to sleep.
But there were some other noises he couldn't quite account for. Finally, he heard his dad's footsteps coming up the stairs. "Hey, Dad," Colby called out nervously. "Can I talk to you for a minute?" In the darkness, he saw the bedroom door slowly creak open. His dad stuck his head through the doorway. "Oh, yes, son," said his dad in a muffled voice. "Are you okay, Dad?" the boy asked. "Well, yes, son," his dad replied. Is Mom around?" "Here I am," said his mom in a high-pitched voice. She stuck her head through the doorway as well. "What do you want to tell us?" she asked. I think I made a big mistake," said Colby. "I accidentally gave our address to someone on the internet." "Oh, you shouldn't have done that," said his mom. "We told you never to do that." "Who did you give it to?" asked his dad. This kid named Stranger Danger 23, said Colby. "Oh, but he wasn't really a kid," said his mom. His dad said, "He just pretended to be a kid to fool you. And you know what he did? He broke into our house and murdered both of us, just so he could spend some time with you."
"Oh, God."
All of a sudden, the door opened wide, and a fat man in a yellow raincoat stood there in the doorway. He was holding something in his hands, the severed heads of Colby's mom and dad. Colby gasped and let out a shriek of terror.
"No."
The man dropped the heads on the floor and took out his knife.
No.
After several hours, the boy was almost dead. His terrified screams had become pitiful whimpers. Then the killer noticed something. He heard the baby crying in the other room. He bent down and pulled his knife out of the bloody mess that had once been Colby. He turned and followed the sound of the baby's cries. When he got to the nursery, he walked up to the crib. He picked up the baby and held it in his arms. The baby stopped crying. It looked up at him and smiled. The man had never held a baby before. He stroked the baby's cheek. He walked out of the nursery and he took the baby with him. He took the baby home and raised him as his very own son. He named him William.
But Dad, my name is William.
I know it is, son. Son? Well, William, was that story scary enough for you, son? Want to hear another? Sleep tight, son.